Once again, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm excited to be here. Welcome wherever you are once again. I thought these people here, I'm on my own anyway. So it doesn't matter. So I thought these people are going to welcome you guys. I'm having spectators just here, and I don't like spectators. My goodness. So once again, welcome, guys, wherever you're watching me from. I don't believe that. So it's very, very important that you understand that this message, all right, the enemy does not just want anybody to hear it. So we were facing a network problem, a huge network problem that we don't even know where it comes from. Because normally when we are live, we make sure that we don't face these challenges. So wherever you are, once again, welcome. Remember, we are dealing with black men don't cheat. And the reason why most, if not almost all, black marriages, black relationships, they don't last. And I did mention that the reason why we are saying black men, or the reason why I'm saying black men don't cheat, not men don't cheat, is because I understand the culture that I come from. So people just joined in 1 minute. We had like close to 200. So people are excited and people are ready. Make sure that you share the broadcast, and people are sharing already without even me saying share the broadcast. So wherever you are, I think people were struggling to come online as well that time, because yesterday when we were doing dream thing, people kept on going in and going out, and I don't know why, but they were facing a network problem, a lot of people. So I think even us, we had to go out to come back in because many people could not be part of it because of network problems. So wherever you are, welcome everybody. Welcome everybody. I'm here. People are saying I've already hosted 18 parties. Oh my goodness. That person, I believe you are the one who's actually helping for us to get as many people as possible. Because if you're hosting 18 parties, it means all your 5,000 friends might see those who are online. So if you have 5,000 and let's say 200 are online, 100 are for sure will see your watch party. So people are joining and people are coming in, which is good. This is what I'm talking about. This is our live stream. This is our live stream that we are used to. No, that's why I was having a problem with what was happening that time. But anyway, so people, thank you, Nongleba, for sharing. Thank you, Smabalet Ladi, for sharing. Thank you, Beverly, for tuning in. Rajberry, thank you for hosting those parties. Yo, I was about to cry. At least we are back on it. Yeah, don't cry. We are here, shared and ready. All right, all right. We are here, Doctor. That's Peter watching. We have a lot of people shared a tongue. Yeah, it did not make sense because last time we had like close to 300 shares. I mean, we had 300 shares. That was crazy. So it's working, and in a short space of time. So people are joining in, and people are flowing now because we don't have network problem anymore. Thank you, Amanda Kambule, for sharing the broadcast. I'm here with a strong Wi-Fi. That's Shylock Baloi. Black men don't cheat. Yeah, 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 yeah. Except on white women. I don't know what Philip is talking about, but anyway. Uh, so people, some people are taking other people. This one is saying, I'm sharing like something is wrong. Shared with all my groups. Thank you, Cabello. And I have this one saying, I've hosted 13 parties. I'm going to 20 to beat the one of 18. Beat him, beat him, beat him. Let's do it. Beat him, beat him. So, so we have Gadon saying, we are within, Dad. Yeah, good to see you. Sheila saying, shared and excited to be here. Amen. Wonderful time. Pretty is also excited to be here. And who else is here? Remember, if you're watching for the first time, do let us know that you're watching for the first time. We are not here to just bum, 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 bum. No, we are here to have a moment with you. We are here to talk to you. So we are on 1K as we are talking. Yeah, that's more like it. That's more like it. That's more like it. Now it makes sense because we knew that a lot of people were waiting for this topic. Exactly. I mean, that day we were just live with Charisma outside and we're just close to 1K in a minute. So it makes sense. So our network is better now. Wonderful, wonderful, Baba. Oh, yeah. Shared, shared. Thank you, Grace, for sharing. Thank you, Wise Men, for sharing. Uh, I'm still sharing even now. Thank you, Ashla, for sharing. Shared already. Cheap or period. Thank you for sharing. Thank you, everybody that is sharing. Doctor. The doctor is about to give us prescriptions. Yes, 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 Collins. You know it better. Uh, we are here, Daddy. I'm ready to hear you gush out wisdom. Yeah, so we are sharing, and let's keep on sharing. Let's keep on sharing. Watching from Zimbabwe, we are within. People are tuning in, and remember, it's very important for you to react or say something because you are watching. You cannot be that person that every time you follow Apostle Miss, don't be a monitor yet you know you're not a monitor. You see, one of the things that makes it difficult for people to kind of like grow is because when they are listening to something that they know they want to listen to, they kind of like listen to it as in like they are stealing the information. So be comfortable. Say something. Just say hi. I'm here. I'm watching from wherever. It doesn't make you look bad. Actually, we are more excited to know that you are here. So don't be there because you feel like, we are watched by thousands of people. So we are not concentrating on one person to say you. No, we are here live for you. So we want you to say something, all right? So we want you to say something. So a lot of people are watching. No, this is insane now. This is insane now. We need to maintain that number. So let's talk about this now, once and for all. Black men don't cheat. Why most black marriages, families, relationships, they don't last, they break. Now, I'll also say it just because I'm a leader, it's important to say it. I'm not saying black men don't cheat because other races cheat. All right? I'm saying this because I'm black. And as a matter of fact, I'm pure black. Black and proud. Thank God I'm black. Okay. So I'm talking because I'm from a black family, raised in a black community, mingled and spent most of my time while I was young and growing up around black people. So this is because I come from that side, not because I'm looking down on other races or anything like that. Don't put it that way because I know a lot of people were asking a lot of questions before we even came live. So that is cleared. Let's talk about this thing once and for all. And remember, in order for us to get to black men don't cheat, we need to also state the reason why men cheat from the first place. And I know in your mind, you are actually thinking, I'm here to justify people's mess. I'm not here to justify anybody's mess, but I'm here to help men who are striving to be faithful men when it comes to their partners, to make them understand and make them know, or rather help them know that it's possible and it's a beautiful thing to do. You see, if you have tested sugar and you felt sugar is sweet, try being faithful. Being faithful and being loyal, it's actually more sweeter than sugar. So I'm here not to justify anybody's mess, but I'm here to make women understand something that they did not understand about men. And I'm also here to make men understand something that they did not understand about women. And remember, I'm not a marriage counselor. I'm not a relationship specialist. No, I'm actually somebody that is graced by God with wisdom. Wisdom like King Solomon, who knew what to do, what to say, when to say it, who to say it with, and actually what to say exactly. So that's the kind of person I am. And also dealing with different people from different countries, different places, I have learned and I have seen that relationships, actually, most of them, they don't last because of this. And most of them, they last because of that. But however, it would be wrong for me to say we enter relationships because we want to last. That's where actually most of us, or rather most black people, are coming from, where you are told and you are taught that enter in a relationship that will last. So we enter relationships because we want to last. We don't enter relationships because we want to be happy and we are ready. And we understand that somebody's happiness can be my happiness and my happiness can be somebody's happiness. Now, let's talk about this once and for all. So I'm going to talk about why men cheat from the first place and how actually they can get help, because some of them they are not cheating because they want to cheat. Some of them it's actually something that as I go deeper you will understand that they need help. So are you guys ready? So if you have not shared the broadcast, make sure that you share the broadcast. Now, remember this. This message is, I will repeat, black men don't cheat. I did not say black boys don't cheat. I said black men don't cheat. I did not say black boys don't cheat. I said black men don't cheat. There is a huge difference between a man and a boy. And of course, here you are thinking age, some of you. This has nothing to do with age. This has to do with maturity and understanding responsibility. Now, it has nothing to do with how old a person is, because we have boys who are trapped in men's body, and we have men who are trapped in boys' body. In a sense of, you find somebody who's 50 years but still behave, acts like a boy. So that's actually a boy trapped what in a man's body. So it has nothing to do with age. Age does not qualify you to be a matured somebody. So when we say men, we are not talking about age. We are talking about somebody who understands responsibility, somebody who's established emotionally, established mentally, established psychologically, established spiritually, somebody who understands responsibility. But when it comes to a boy, boys don't understand responsibility. That's why most boys, they can be married but still depend on their mothers. Most boys can be married but still depend on their sisters. I'm not talking about in terms of financial support, but I'm also talking about in terms of emotional support. They can't actually, get things done by themselves without involving mama, without involving papa, or without even involving their family members. So you see that is actually a boy who just got married. And remember, one thing also about boys, boys are dependent, meaning boys depend on other people. But when we talk about a man, we talk about somebody who's independent, somebody who understands the importance of paying their own bills, somebody who understands that I need to keep the house clean. All right, that's what we call a man. So that's why the Bible says something that is very critical. We are not here to fight each other. We are here to help each other. Bring a certain level of understanding. Now watch this. The Bible says, for this reason, as a matter of fact, let me go to King James. King James says, for this cause shall a man leave his own father and mother. It did not say, for this reason shall a boy. And of course, the word of God, or rather God, knows the difference between a boy and a man. Black men don't cheat. I did not say black boys don't cheat. I said black men don't cheat. Now, for this cause shall a man, not a boy, because a boy is immature. Boys don't marry. Men marry. If you say, but I know a boy who married, they married not for purpose. They married for sex. So men marry for purpose, while it's boys, they marry for what? For sex. Now, so let's get deeper into it. I grew up, in a family where my mom and my father, they separated while I was young. And I saw how that actually ruined, the dynamics of our family. In a sense of when my mom and my father separated, I saw how that affected our families. All right. When I say families, I'm talking about our relatives, people from my father's side and people from my mother's side. I saw how that affected us. We were now, the stability that we had as a family was now gone. As the moment my father and my mom separated. And as a black young man growing up in a black community, I said to myself, I don't want to see this in my life. I don't want to see this in my family. Then I realized one of the reasons, or I picked up one of the reasons why black love, black relationships, black marriages, black families don't last, always break. We black people, we are not taught. And because we are not taught, we figure out most of these things on our own. And we do so much damage to others while we are trying to get ourselves together. And some of us, we are not grown enough, matured enough to be even responsible. You will end up blaming somebody for your own mess. Now, what are you saying? I said something, I think a few days ago when I was live with my wife, but I didn't go deeper into it. To say where we come from, black people are not taught, all right, how to love a woman. When I say black people, I'm talking about black young boys are not taught from an early age to say this is how you love a woman. This is who a woman is. Now, when we grew up, we were taught that, you know what makes you a man is when you get married to the most attractive women, to the most attractive lady. So you go out there with the mindset of, I'm looking for the most beautiful lady. Love, you are not driven by love. You are driven by, I'm looking for the most beautiful lady. And without understanding that beauty cannot raise you a family, beauty cannot take care of your kids. So when it comes to our women have been taught by their own parents, grandparents, aunties, that you need to look for a man who's rich. You need to look for stability in a man. So now when we actually meet, you are looking for stability and I'm looking for beauty. So beauty brought me in your life. Guess what? It's easy for another beauty to take me out. So it's also easy for another stability to take you out. So it's not love, it's actually called trading. So you have something to offer and I have something to offer. That's why as soon as I don't have what I actually, used to offer you, you find yourself somebody who can actually give you what you're looking for from the first place. And that does not only happen when people are in relationships, even in our lives generally. When we grew up not being able or not being taught to love other people. So we grew up living a trading life. I need to do something in order for you to do something for me. So we go out there searching for what we don't have in others. So when we find what we don't have in ourselves, in others, we call that love. And we now know that is not love because as soon as the person stops giving me what brought me there from the first place, the love dies. And this goes beyond relationships. This goes to families as well. Where you find black family, everybody loves each other. Everybody loves one another. In a sense of, they love each other. But as soon as now you start working, your own aunt that raised you, you have now become an enemy to your own aunt. Then you see that actually from the first place, it was not love. Some of them will love you as long as you are actually under their wings, in a sense of you are subject to the limitations that they've put. But as soon as you break through now, guess what? You're an enemy. Once you get married, now your own family that raised you, they don't talk to you anymore. Why? Because we grew up in families where it's either they want to control you or you must give them something in return. That's why when you get married, if you don't call them, they actually now use your marriage to say this, the reason why the person is not calling us. It's not love, it's trading. We are always expecting something from somebody. And guess what? Black men don't cheat. I want you to understand that there are women watching me right now already fighting the statement. Don't fight the statement as yet. Allow me to finish what I'm trying to say. Because most women watching me right now, as a matter of fact, you are helping other men to cheat. Some of you watching me right now, you are the reason why other men cheat. Black men don't cheat. Are people still going, flowing? And remember, if you're watching right now, I want you to share the broadcast. Tell somebody that we are live. And please, let's pray for the network because the network is trying to mess us up.
On YouTube, Apostle, we have retaliated the same. Wow, Apostle is on year 10, I am telling you guys. We also have Rotoda saying, I don't think I'll have time to comment tonight. I can't stop writing notes. My God, this is too much.
Or somebody saying, I don't think I'll have time to comment. Yeah. So that's what? That's YouTube. So what's happening on Facebook?
On Facebook, people are taking each other apostle. We also have Lungiswa saying, oh my God, where are the ladies and gentlemen? Come and see and hear this. We also have Nelly saying, I am hearing you, apostle. We have Tobile saying, this is truly, truly deep.
Yeah. So we have what we call, there's a lot of broken homes in the black communities. But the question is, how do you now then bring back families to the structure of love? by encouraging men to be faithful to their women. Because many of us, we grew up from families where there was no father figure. And as a result, we had to kind of like meet other people to call them mentors for us to know how to love a woman. Black men don't cheat. Now, let me talk about one of the reasons why men cheat, then come back to the main business of the day, which is black men don't cheat. What do I mean when I say black men don't cheat? Now, it is also important for you as a woman to understand that you play a huge role in men cheating. Because now I'm about to talk about why do men cheat, from the first place. Are we still on? Are we still on? Network is messing us up. Okay. Okay, the network is messing us up, but it keeps on coming back. So wherever you are, while the network is messing us up, guess what you do? Keep on sharing. Because when the network is like this, it's gonna kick other people out. It's gonna take other people out. Other people will be kicked out. But I just want you to keep on sharing. Yeah, of course, network here helps because whatever we are talking about is serious. No, it's serious. It's really, really serious. Are we back or are we still facing? Oh my goodness. What phone is that? So keep on sharing wherever you are. Just make sure that you, uh, my God, knowledge and wisdom sleep here. I will like that humble. Please, there is a studio. Leave the YouTube. I'm about to meditate on this one. Somebody say, keep going. Network won't stop us. This network us to don't want us to get this. He is such a liar. Ah, network. What are you saying, Major? Network is bad. Network problem. Yeah, yeah, we see that. Like I said from the first place, to say, it was very weird when we started. So, and we don't really come across this. So it's bad, and we hope that it a lot of people. But anyway, we just gonna give people some few seconds and we see what's happening. You must communicate with me, Kudanide. Class Zobranta Kido Hoskele. Okay, believe we are now back. The network is really bad. Or somebody saying sound is back, major. Okay, so I believe you guys can see me now. There's something behind these network problems. Yeah, I'm telling you. I'm telling you because it's one subject that is very deep, and whatever you are learning about right here, you know, the devil is not scared of somebody who prays. He is scared when he sees results. As long as you pray and you are praying a directionless prayer, he is not moved. And he knows that most people face challenges in their relationships. He knows that most Christians, they love the Lord, but as soon as they get back home, something switches the same fire that keeps them going every day. So when it comes to the issue of relationships, relationships are not about you. Marriages are not about you. Relationships and marriages and families, they are not about you. They are about the upcoming generation. So the enemy knows that when he fights you that in that area, guess what? He has hijacked the upcoming generation. How many good men out there who don't even know that they are good men because they were raised in a family where there was no father? So everything they had to figure things out by themselves. And some of them, they made mistakes that put them behind bars for the rest of their lives. Yet they are good men. Not every man who is in prison is a bad man. And not every good man is actually out here. No. There are people who deserve to be in prison while they're out. And there are people who are in prison who deserves to be out. Because the enemy understands now the power that is in marriage and the power that is in relationships. That's why we thank God that He has given us grace, the grace and ability to be able to speak to people with regards to relationships and real stuff. So since we are back, some people are excited that we are back. I want you to everybody who can hear me now, because we are in this together. I want you to type "we are back." If you are watching and you have been watching, you can't be in a corner. You can't be in a corner. You are the reason why this network is not working. Because you are in the corner there for what I don't know. You get the point right now? Exactly. You can't be in the corner. We are in this thing together. I want everybody to share once again, just to make the devil mad. I know you have shared. Just to make the devil mad. Relationships are not something to joke about. And especially if now you are facing challenges in your relationship and you think everybody faces challenges. No, that's a lie that the devil tells you. To keep on going through what you're going through in the name of every relationship has its own challenges. Of course, we do have our own challenges, but not like yours. Our challenges, they don't even last for 5 minutes. If they have lasted for 4 minutes. You get the point? And some of these things, it's not that maybe you are a bad person or your partner is a bad person. No, you are not taught. Let me tell you something. I love motorbikes. Okay? And because I love motorbikes, that does not mean I have knowledge to ride them. You love your partner. That does not mean you have knowledge to love him. Your partner loves you. It does not mean he has knowledge to operate you. Just like I don't have knowledge to operate the motorbike. Love does not solve anything. Love can bring you together, but love can't keep you. So, other people saying we are back. Oh, we are back. Jablile is here. We have LK here. We have Ndebele, Sebenzile. We have Malita. We have Milcent. We have Lesejo Matabe. We have Ruth Royal Light saying, "I'm back and excited." she has actually personalized this thing to say, "I'm back and I'm excited." We can't hear or see you. So there are people. What's happening there? It's still down? It's fine there. All right. So there are people who can't hear me and who can't even see me. I think if you can, but how can we? I don't know how we can help the person who can hear and can't see. Because if the person who could hear, we're going to say, "Come out and go in." You see? My God. Somebody saying, "We are back. We are back. We are back." So I'm back, doctor. Yeah, I see you. I see you. I see Shekinah as well. Glory, Israel. I'm not stopping to share. This network provoked me to share even more. Yeah, let's do it. Yeah, Emmanuel Kapi is also here. I hear you, Mog. All right. Now, let's talk about this, ladies and gentlemen. The enemy, the reason why most people face problems in their relationship, in our relationships, is not that they are bad people, or they cannot love, or they don't want the best for themselves or their relationships. No, it's because when an attack hits a relationship, that's why it's very, very important for one to understand that when they get married, it's a covenant. And the battle of life, it's a battle of covenants. The battle of life, it's a battle of altars. So understand that whatever we are talking about here today, the enemy does not want people to hear about it. So that's why we are having this network problem. Now let's talk about this. I said there's a lot of broken homes in the black communities. And how do you bring back families to the structure of love? Now, I said by encouraging men to be faithful to their women. Because once a man is faithful to his woman, guess what? That man will be able to love his own family. That's why I said to few people that follow me, if you want to change the world, go home and love your wife. Because once you love your wife, that's the beginning of your success. Because it's not something that most men will do. But when it comes to a black man, ladies and gentlemen, black men don't cheat. Now, let's continue because, we kind of like, started anyway. Now, when you're a woman, I said something. I said most women, they actually help other men to cheat. That's why it is very important for you to understand this. Write it down if you're writing as a woman, if you're a woman. A beautiful face will attract a flirt. A beautiful heart will attract a lover. But a beautiful character will attract a man. For this reason, for this cause, a man shall leave his own family. A man. So what attracts a man is a character. But what attracts a boy is beauty. Remember, boy, man, this has nothing to do with age. But this has something to do with understanding responsibility. It has to do with maturity. A man is somebody who is already established when it comes to, as a matter of fact, not just just established, well established mentally, spiritually, psychologically, and they understand responsibility. So when you're a woman, your beauty can always get you to boys. Every boy can admire you. But your character now will actually cause a man to pick you amongst all women. That's why it's very, very important that once you are a woman, you get yourself together. I always tell people, and I always tell women, I will say to you now, you see, a poor, broke, godly man, a poor, broke, or rather poor/broke, godly man, is far much better than an angry, rich man. What does that mean? What I'm trying to say to you is I'm trying to do away with what I told you to say. Women have been taught to actually look for stability in a man. That's why these days you are not looking for love. We are looking for somebody to trade. We are actually trading, not loving. In a sense of if a man drives and a woman does not drive, that man automatically qualifies for a relationship. No. And as a matter of fact, some of them, they feel like they deserve you because you are not driving. They feel like they deserve you because they have to support you. So it's no longer love, it's trading. Once you have something to give. And guess what? Some people like, oh, well, I'm not looking for money. I've never looked for any money in a man. Guess what? We are not only talking about money, even attention. Yeah. When you are looking for it, you are not in love. You are doing trading. When you are in love, you won't look for attention. Attention will find you. You won't even search for it. So there are other women right now listening to me to say, oh, thank God I've never looked for attention. But anyway, it will make sense in few minutes. Now, men cheat for ego. Number one, those that are writing. Men cheat for ego. But the danger of allowing ego to drive is you will never arrive to your destination. Once a man allows ego to drive in his life, because when men cheat, they cheat for ego. That will make sense. That's number one. Of course, one will say, what about women? Women, they cheat for what we call emo, meaning they do what we call emotional cheating before they cheat. Yeah. So number one, men cheat. As a matter of fact, let's beautify this thing. Number one, they cheat because of insecurity and ego. What does that mean, doctor? What that means is, please slow down. Let us breathe a bit. All right, I'm just going to slow down so that some of you guys catch it, okay? Somebody say, boys also look for money from women. That's the problem. I'm saying something and you're trying to find the negative side of it. Understand what I'm trying to say to you. I'm saying to you, we have been taught, our women have been taught. I'm not against what you're saying. But now if I say this and you say that, we won't finish in any way. Sometimes sitting down to learn and listen until this thing is done, then you say something. Because I'm telling you to say, women have been told that they must look for a man who is stable. They are looking for stability. While men are looking for attractive women. It's not about money. Don't miss the real reason why we're talking about what we're talking about. Money is the least of what we're talking about. Yeah. We are trying to bring back the structure of love in families. So, insecurities and ego. Now, what does that mean? Men cheat because sometimes they are feeling too young or too old or not handsome or not smart enough or even rich and seek validation from women who are not their partners to boost their ego. So one feels, I'm not that good enough. Or one feels, I might be too old. Or I might be too young. Or I'm not smart enough. They just kind of like feel that way. Or one feels, I'm not rich enough. So what do? They look for validation in other women. So one kind of like looks for what we call affirmation. Aha, that's the word that I was looking for. So men cheat because of affirmation. They are looking for affirmation. One is not told you are handsome. And guess what? He's going to look for that in another woman. And he ends up looking for validation in wrong places. And of course, others, they are not, cheating because they are looking for validation, but others, they are cheating because of the excitement of chasing women. And most of this thing, it happens to men who are neglected by their own partners. So they find excitement in chasing other women. That's why I once told my people, I said, chase her like you're still trying to win her. And also, on your side, when it comes to your side as a lady, as a woman, as a wife, guess what? Allow him to chase you. You see, it's not hide and seek when I can see you. And it's not interesting as long as I can see your feet. But if I'm looking and I'm struggling and it's more interesting. I believe that is making more sense now. Somebody saying increase the volume. I'm doing the best I can. And number two, men cheat because of what I call unrealistic expectations. Unrealistic expectations. Some men expect more than what their partners can offer. Or what their partners cannot even give. And guess what? Instead of working it out with their women, they will rather explore to find fulfillment outside. Yeah, because some men will want their women to fulfill their sexual desires at any time when they want it. Forgetting that she's a human being and she has a life. Even if she does not feel like it. But because they have what we call unrealistic expectations. Then that on its own, when a woman says no, guess what? Instead of talking to his woman, he's going to go outside and find himself a woman who will say yes immediately. That's why once your man has got what we call unrealistic expectations, sit him down Make him aware that he has got unrealistic expectations. And if you're a man and you are watching and you are listening to me right now, do something about that. Because I don't believe, one time I've sat down with a lot of men and I've made research. And guess what? About 85% men who actually cheat, guess what? They don't like it. Some, every time when they do it, they're surrounded by guilt. So it is important that when you're listening to me right now and you are striving to be faithful, because there is nothing sweet as being faithful. And I know there are men right there, especially black men, listening to me, because black men don't cheat. I'm about to tell you, black men don't cheat unless black men don't cheat. Black men love their women unless. So some people are getting it.
People are getting it, Apostle. People are getting it, Apostle. On Facebook, we have Setili saying, please come and hear my friend. He's inviting somebody to come and hear. We also have Joseph saying, thank you, thanking the friend for inviting him as well. So people are really, really getting what Apostle is saying and they're appreciating this teaching. We also have Vusi saying, you are not, you must teach her what, you expect based on the teaching of Apostle. And we have Wendy saying, I am learning. And we have Vosi saying, this is solid wisdom, Apostle. And we also have Ashley Rama saying, yo, 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 this is deep teaching.
And on YouTube, Apostle,
Yes.
we have Muneta who's saying, what are you saying, Major? Bring it on. We also have Joy saying, Doctor, I am learning. And Simpiwe says, Dr. Miz Mzwakhe.
All right. I believe this teaching will awaken our women and will also help our men who are striving, who are trying their best to do the right thing. I know most men, they are doing it for their children, doing it for their wives, and doing it for themselves. So, but remember, the most important thing about this is you doing it for yourself before you do it for somebody. Because once that reason leaves you, guess what? You find yourself to square one. So, but once you do something because you're doing it for yourself, and while you are doing it for yourself, finding happiness in doing it for yourself, it's easy for you to do it for others. We have fathers right now who are supposed to be role models, yet they are exact the opposite to their children. And it's not like you are bewitched or something. Number one, I said insecurity and ego. Number two, I said unrealistic expectations. Sit down, speak to your woman about what you expect and what you actually want from her. Number three, sexual addictions. Now, when we talk about sexual addiction, nobody can tell really what causes it. Because some people can just, boom, wake up and that's it. Other people, they believe that it has to do with, how one was raised. It's more of a psychological problem or reason for one to have that kind of addiction. But when we go to the spiritual world, it can also be somebody is actually possessed. So there is a demon of lust that has found its place in that person. And that person needs deliverance. And once one has sexual addiction, guess what happens? It causes them to continually engage in sexual behaviors, including watching porn and other stuff. And as soon as they've done that, they are always looking for somebody to sleep with. And people with sexual addictions, they need serious help. And the first step in getting help, we have a lot of people now. The first step in getting help when it comes to sexual addictions and all this kind of stuff is when somebody admits that, you know what, I need help. So I think it's the right moment for you to actually even take a screenshot, those that are watching. Yeah, we had a number going up. Our network is really crazy. I think it's telling us how many people were trying to tune in that time. All right, that was good. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Somebody saying, I'm mind blown. I know you wanted me to open the Bible. Wait, I'm talking to you now. Amanda Kambule is saying, wow. So some people are getting it, right? Number 4, men cheat because of what we call selfishness. Yeah. Because most men who are selfish have no intentions to be in what we call a monogamous relationship. You already know what a monogamous relationship is. Somewhere they were raised with a mentality of polygamous homes, or just don't care about others. So some men, they don't have it in them. They don't care about what the woman feels. They just care about themselves. At this point in time, I want sex. So they don't care about their current partner. So men cheat because of insecurities and ego, feeling too old, too young, not handsome, not good enough, not having enough money. And as a result, they seek validation to other women, or rather from other women who are not their partners. And that kind of like boosted their ego to say, I might not have that as my partner sees me, but guess what? I have this thing under control. Yeah. Because some they do that in order to feel wanted or to be more valued. So selfishness, there are people who do it because they just don't care. And people who are doing it because of selfishness, they have this mentality or this mindset that says that's how biologically a man was wired. And they use that as a result. Most people who cheat because of selfishness. That's not true. You are just finding an escape plan to your own mess. Black men, it's time, and it's the right time for us to stand for our families, for us to stand and love our women like our fathers never did. So some people are getting it, right? Number 5, men cheat because of what we call distraction. What do you mean? They cheat because they are looking for something to kind of like take them away from pressure that comes with responsibility. What do you mean when you say pressure that comes with responsibility? Other men, right? They are new into this thing called fatherhood. And as a result, they have to go to work and come back, and that pressure on its own of responsibility messes them up to an extent that they are looking for something that will just take them away for 5 minutes. Then they end up cheating. What is love? Somebody's asking right now. What is love, doctor? All right. I would say love is a game. I'm answering Alicia. Love is a game that 2 can play and both can win. Yeah. Alicia, I hope you're getting it right now. Love is a game. Let me see. Love is a game that 2 can play and both can win. So that's very important for Alicia to get it. Are people still there? Black men don't cheat. My sisters, let me help you so that you understand, because all these guys that I've mentioned, those that are doing it because of insecurities and ego, doing it because of selfishness, doing it because of unrealistic expectations, doing it because they want distraction, doing it because they feel like doing it. Guess what? They are not doing it, most of them, with other men. They are doing it with you, women. My sister, let me help you once and for all. Sex is not love. And love is not sex. You can have sex with a man who's not in love with you. A man may and can hate you, and still have sex with you. Hence, you cannot use sex to manipulate him. Eventually, it will fail. Sex does not make him stay. If it is sex that brought him, better sex will take him out. Many women wonder why their partner will cheat, yet they give them the best sex. It's because sex brought him to you. Making yourself his sex slave, it's foolishness. True love will never degrade you. True love will respect you, respect every part of your being. Because we have a lot of women who know that somebody is in love with somebody, but will still go for that person. Listen, men, we all made mistakes in the past. But the past is gone. And the past is the past. Today marks a new beginning. And we can be better men for our children, for our women, and for our society. We can be role models. We can be people that our young boys in our community, in our families, can look up to. Imagine your daughter waking up in the morning and say, I want a man like daddy. Trust me, you have made it in life. If you hear your son say, I want to be like daddy, you have made it in your life. And one of the reasons why they want to be like you is how you actually carry yourself around them. Number one. Number two, how you love their mother. The best gift you can ever give your children is you loving their mother. I know some comments just disappeared. Somebody saying, I felt that. I told you, I said, this is not for the faint-hearted. And one of the reasons why women fail to find love is because as much as I spoke about men, to say for this reason, men shall. The Bible says, he who finds what? A wife. Finds a what? A good thing. He who finds a what? A wife. Finds a what? A good thing. Now, being a woman does not qualify you for marriage. What qualifies you for marriage is being a wife. What you don't know is you are a wife before you get married. You are not a girlfriend material or having wife material. You are a wife. What caused the king in the times of Esther to choose Esther among 127 virgins is because she had qualities in her that other women did not have, though they were all virgins. And what you don't know is, according to the Bible, it took 6 months to prepare Esther to see the king. So our women are not taught preparation, are not taken through the process. They are not taught submission. I wish I could. They are told what we call reciprocation. So because reciprocation is not submission. So somebody's getting it. So reciprocation is not submission. Now, when you reciprocate, you are not submitting. You are saying, do this, then I will do that. Yet the Bible says, women submit. One of the reasons why women don't last as well, this is not for the faint-hearted, is because you are not taught that you should submit. So you get in marriage, you get married, you get in a relationship, you find yourself in love, and guess what? You don't submit. And when now the man finds it difficult to love you, you go and say, the reason why I'm not submitting is because he's not doing 1, 2, 3. The Bible did not say submit because he's doing. Submit when he. No. Women submit. Wives submit, as a matter of fact, not women. Wives submit. If now you submit because he did something and then you are not submitting, it's called reciprocation. So most women miss love because they think being a woman qualifies you to be married. The Bible says, he who finds a wife. How can I find a wife yet I didn't marry this person? But still, he who finds a wife. So meaning you become ready mentally, spiritually, psychologically, in every area. You are ready to support a man. You are ready to go through a season. Because it takes a real wife and a real woman to support a hustle, or rather, the hustle of her man. I don't know if I'm talking to a couple of people right here. Yeah. Because it will take a real woman to understand that hustle is not easy. The most difficult thing, I want you guys to record this one, right? That's why women support yours. When I say support yours, I mean support your men. It's not easy to bring a vision to life. It's not easy to bring vision to life. Support your men's hustle. And some of you are not well brought up, that you don't even understand what we call process. And some of you have left men with visions for men with televisions. And what you don't understand is every time when you leave a man with a vision for a man with a television, you will soon watch the man with a vision on your husband's television. The biggest problem we have in our black communities is our women have been told and taught to look for a stability in a man. And our men go out there looking for the most attractive women. And if I'm in it because you're attractive, somebody who's more and looking better than you will take me out of it. And to all my ladies out there, a poor, broke, godly man, it's much, much, way much better than a rich, angry man who does not even know God. Oh, your future wife. Yeah. I understand. And fellas, you need to be able to make it easy for your woman to believe in your vision. And how do you make it easy for her to believe in your vision? Because as much as we are telling women to support men, guess what? Some men are like, yeah. Yet you are making it difficult for women, your woman, to even support your vision. You can keep talking about it. Words without action, they don't create a reality. They bring about what we call imagination. So you make it easy for your woman to believe in your vision. Number one, by making her part of it. Once you become part of it, it's easy for her to believe in it. Because once she becomes part of it, guess what you have introduced in your relationship? Teamwork. And where there is teamwork, guess what? The dream will work. Men cheat because they are looking for what we call emotional stability. Emotional stability does not mean that men are not sensitive. Men are sensitive. Very much sensitive. That's why some of them, they cheat because they look for emotional stability. Men love to be praised. Men love to be admired. That's why 48% men who cheat, they cheat with their colleagues. You know why? They cheat at work. You know why? Because when they get at work, their small achievements, somebody will admire them. Somebody will praise them for something small like this. He will buy a small car. You say, why didn't you buy a car like this? Somebody will say, wow, Jimmy. Wow. This is a beautiful car. You are a real man.
Oh, yes.
I'm proud of you. And you as a woman, you never saw those words. Something is wrong with you. And at the end, guess what? He finds himself with that woman. Because if somebody does not admire them, especially you, because they are expecting it from you, they will find it from somebody else. They will seek it and find it somewhere else. Yeah, that's why I said most men are praised and admired at work by their colleagues. That's why close to 50% of men, they cheat with their colleagues. Their colleagues love to compliment them on their small achievements. You can do that. And guess what? Some of you, you think your physical attraction will play a role in keeping a man.
Come on.
This is helping a lot of people. Apostle, we have Elijah saying, this is wisdom, doctor. If only we were taught these things before.
Exactly. Some people are getting it, right?
Oh, yes.
That's why physical attraction plays a role in men's trait. But it is not as big as you might think.
Come on.
Physical your beauty plays a role, but it's not as big as you might think. As a matter of fact, once a man gets married to you, your beauty does not have a role anymore. I'm not saying you must look like the return of Xander Cage in the house, where you only put a makeup when you go out. But when you are inside the house, you look like the return of Xander Cage. Jeepers Creepers 3. Your own husband, when he comes back home, like, hey, is this you? Yes, it's me. That's why in our generation, I told some of my mentees, in relationships, I said, before you engage, when you go down on your knee, instead of saying, will you marry me? Just say, is that your real face? Then the person says, no. So show me your real face first. Then once you see the real face, you go for it. I once dealt with another woman right now, another man. The man was separating with that woman. So ever since I've known this woman for 3 years, she has been on makeup, and I thought she's like this. Until one day, because that guy used to work night shifts and stuff like that. Until one day, he got sick. And as he got sick, for 3 days, he was at home. Then the woman, for some reason, forgot to put a makeup. And the guy was seeing a different person. The guy said, Pastor, I don't want this. I said, you have been married for 3 years. He said, Pastor, I don't know this person. You see what I mean? Exactly. I know some of you, you might find it offensive, but anyway, it's the truth. The truth offends a lot of people. Is there something wrong with makeup? No, my wife puts it. I love it, as a matter of fact. I just don't love breakup or a mess up. See, because some people put a makeup, it tends to be a breakup, leading to a mess up. That's why if you think beauty will keep him, you are wrong. That's why most of you watching me right now, most men that are married to the most beautiful women, they cheat with the less attractive women than their partner. So it's not beauty. Man is looking for affirmation. If you can't support him emotionally, that on its own leads to that. Black men don't cheat.
We have Umkati saying, that's why so many men are unhappy in their marriages because they choose good looks, Apostle. Thank you for that, and not good character.
Exactly. And let me tell you something, my ladies. A man who's not ready to commit, no amount of sex will change him. If a man is not ready to commit, no amount of sex will change him. That's why it's very important. My wife said it, to say, you need to be able to talk to your man when you grew up. Did you grow up with your father? Who did you grow up with? Were you raised by your aunt? Who raised you? Your father and your mother. Where are they? You know what I mean? You don't want to meet them. You just want to know. Because that prepares you mentally. You know who you're dealing with. You can never conquer an enemy that you have not identified. Because We all look good when we want to look good. But our character will always tell our true colors. Facts doesn't have feelings. Thank you.
And on YouTube, Apostle, we have Mzwakhe saying, this is wisdom that cannot be ignored. We also have Apostle Didi saying, you are communicating major. And Tato says, I am learning a lot. And Courtney says, I am being enlightened. And Clement says, shots fired, men down.
Shots fired, men down. Calling for backup. A man must get married to his woman or wife because number one, he honors her. He feels a strong emotional, mental, spiritual connection. And he wants to spend the rest of his life with her. And lastly, because he loves her. So, gentlemen, those that are not married, let's not waste people's time. Get married to that woman because you honor her, you love her, and you feel a deep mental, emotional, and spiritual connection. Especially if you're watching me and you're a man and you feel like, being everywhere makes you a man. Guess what? It makes you a boy trapped in a man's body. Black men don't cheat. And they are responsible. They take responsibility. You see, I did not say black boys don't cheat. Most of them actually marry for sex. And they want to escape something. But black men, come on, people. You see, we can blame white people, the way we want to. But the truth of the matter is they are trained from an early age like this. That's why when they are 15 years, they introduce their girlfriend to their parents. And 5 years down the line, they marry the same person. You are 18 and you are planning to get married when you're 28. In that 10 years, you'll have met 100 people. Why? Why is it like that when it comes to us? Because we are not taught. And most of you women and most of you men listening to me right now, you think some of the things will just miraculously happen. Imagine this kind of information that has transformed a lot of people. You see, me and my wife, we read books. Books that are not written about by us. That has to do with love. Why? Because it takes knowledge for you to move in this thing. Especially in our generation. In the olden days, it was possible. But now, we are living in an entitled generation where, for no reason, you find yourself competing with somebody that you have never met. You compete with somebody in Mpumalanga, yet you are in Eastern Cape just because you are friends with that person on Facebook. Whatever you post or whatever they post, you think is directed to you. Imagine. Some of you have what we call imaginary haters. They are not there. You imagine that people hate you. You have not done anything. You have not moved any mountain. When you post, people hate me for this. Nobody hates you. People have no business hating on nobody who has not done anything. I think people confuse beef and hate. You can have beef with your high school friends or your varsity friends. That's beef. That's not hate. So I think we need to get some few things together. That's why we are doing on Thursday. We are having men's conference. It's happening 9 o'clock. Men's conference. Yeah. It's going to be fire. Tomorrow, around about 3 o'clock, we are doing Black Men Don't Cheat Unless. Because I didn't finish why. Here I was showing you the reasons why men cheat. And I was also helping you as a woman to see, how you kind of like contribute in all this. And where, as a woman, you should close up the gaps. But because of time, I'm doing men's conference And if you're a woman, you will edge your men. You see, there are other women who are not wise. You see, my wife, if there is something, whether it's a seminar, whatever it is, she'll want me to be in it. There she is there. Like, baby, did you hear that there is men's seminar there or men's conference? You get the point. She knows that that conference does not really help me. It helps her. It helps our marriage. So be wise as a woman. If you see something, that's why, unfortunately, now we are on a lockdown. There are no seminars that are happening. When there is a business seminar somewhere, urge your men to be in it. Because right there, he's going to mingle with businessmen, men who are focused. Because there is no man who's focused as long as they are driven by their sexual desires. You know you are focused as a man when you are not driven by your sexual desires. So as a woman, be very wise. When you see a conference here, put your men there. They say, hey, leader, put your men there. You can even pay for your men. If he says, no, I don't want to be in it, just say, just do it for me, baby, please. And I'm telling you, when he realizes nobody's trying to judge him or make him feel small, but all men are trying to help each other to be better fathers, better men, guess what? He's going to come out with a different mentality. Let's read comments quickly.
On YouTube, Apostle, we have Jill saying, black men don't cheat unless. I can't wait for tomorrow. We also have Tato saying, amen, daddy, I have learned and I'm learning. We also have Fidelia saying, wow, this is very informative, Major. We also have Njambo saying, I'm very excited for the men's conference. And Apostle Didi says, it all takes knowledge.
Yeah, black men don't cheat.
Oh, yes.
Black men don't cheat. I didn't say black boys. Yeah. That's why they understand when they marry for purpose.
Oh, yes.
Not because of women's roles. No. They don't marry because they want somebody to cook for them. Black men don't marry because they want somebody to clean for them. They are already cleaning after themselves. They know how to take care of their shoes and their socks. Remember, they are responsible. Those are black men. They can cook for themselves. Am I saying if you can't cook, you're not a black man? You can. Well, I can cook. So it's good for you to cook. Exactly. You don't have to, but it's good. One time you surprise your queen. Somebody said, amen, this man need help seriously. Thank you. You see, the thing is, you might think somebody's doing it because they want to do it. Yet the help that they're looking for is on live stream like this. Somebody say, ooh, Apostle Miz, too much wisdom, that one. So somebody saying a life-changing moment like this. That's why you must find yourself around people who, when they speak to your inner being. Something changes on the inside. And you come out as a different person. So, ladies and gentlemen, listen to me quickly. I'm not out of good news. I'm out of time. Because I don't want to, use 3 hours talking to you about something like this. I just want to use just a small time. So tomorrow, around about 3 p.m., I'll be talking to you guys for about 20 minutes. Black men don't cheat unless, because I thought I was going to do it because I just put it down here. I wrote some of the notes here that I wanted to talk to you guys about. But because of time, I've already said a lot of stuff. Now you know we are doing part 2 tomorrow. Men's conference on Thursday. And remember, we're supposed to do our couples retreat. When? May, right? Because it was March. Then we had a lot of events before the lockdown. Then we postponed it to May. And when we postponed it to May, of course, we're supposed to meet physically. And that time, it was way expensive. Now we might do it for free. Or if we do it, it can't even be more than $20 or something. Why? We had done it. It was how much? 2.5. Yeah, I'm not joking with you. It was 2.5, right? Yeah, it was like 100 or close to $150 that time. And we're supposed to meet. Already it was something that was going on. You know it. We posted it. But because of the lockdown, we thought, But now as I'm talking, I feel the necessity. So we might do it for free, but it has to be private. Or if we don't do it for free, guess what? It can be something that you can even $1, no problem. Even $half. Why? Because when somebody pays $half for it, you pay attention. We don't want people who will be there just monitoring us. We don't have business for that. People to use us. No, we are tired of people using us. So it's important if we decide to do it, maybe June, July, August, depending on when we decide to do it online. I think online is better because it accommodates everybody. I'm not saying we're doing it next week. We might do it very soon. So be on alert. Just be alert. So men's conference is happening Thursday. Women's conference Friday. So women's conference is happening Friday with my beautiful wife Charisma. Then definitely tomorrow 3 p.m. I'm with you. And don't forget that on the 22nd and the 23rd and 24th, we are having our International School of Ministry Level 2. So if you have not registered for Level 2, I'm encouraging you and I'm urging you, I'm advising you to go to our website right now, drmizschoolofministry.com, www.drmizschoolofministry.com, and register. Sign. I'm telling you, you will grow in a mighty way. You'll be like, what? Because the more you know, the more you function. The less you know, the less you function. Don't wait until, all odds are actually with you. Even when they are against you, because you grow more when you feel like it's not easy for you to find yourself somewhere. What seems to be working against you, psychology says that very same thing might help you get to the next level. So the School of Ministry is for everybody, whether you're a pastor, whether you're really, as a matter of fact, if you're a pastor watching me right now, my brother, my friend, my son, whoever, find yourself in the School of Ministry. Especially for the revival that is coming. Find yourself there. And if you're a leader in another church and you want to grow, you are serving, you want to grow, find yourself in the School of Ministry. Level 2 is very dangerous. And if you're somebody who wants to do it private, we have private sessions there. Go there with people who have registered for private session. And if you have been blessed with this teaching, and we'll be tuning on the women's conference, see you tomorrow. Some people are getting it, and some people are excited to be here. And I want you to take a screenshot right now. Everybody, I want you to take a screenshot right now, okay? And why are you taking a screenshot? Because I want you to, put it on your social net media or whatever it is to help somebody go to our YouTube, because we're going to delete this one on Facebook, but on YouTube it will still be available. So we delete it here. On YouTube it will be available. So when you post it, you actually speak to say, this teaching, you express yourself to say, this teaching helped you in this way, or this teaching is too much. Go there to YouTube to what. And people can watch it there. Because we wanted to delete it everywhere, but I feel we can leave it for now. So you can take a screenshot, put me there, and say, Black Men Don't Cheat, now available on YouTube. I have June here saying, what's a Friday? It's more like women are more excited than men. I don't understand what's happening right here. Oh my goodness. Women are excited than men. So guys, I will see you. Remember, everybody, take a screenshot. As a matter of fact, I'm going to take a screenshot myself. You can take the one that I've put there, all right? You can even copy the one that save the one that I've put there. I love you so much, people. Remember, black men don't cheat. And as for all the men out there who are striving to be faithful, I'm with you. Amanda, that means power, all right? Viva, black men, viva. Black men, you can do it. Black men, it's possible. And black men, we are doing it. We are not the worst, we are the best.
Apostle, before we sign out, we have a special comment from Monet Mutau. She says, Apostle, I know you love God's people, but it shouldn't be free, please. The gospel is free, but taking it to the world isn't. We need to be in more TV channels.
Oh, yeah. And thank you so much, for those people on YouTube, right? And all our partners out there. We